Okay, so we are back, guys. Now, I'm currently running about 30 frames a second. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that my stream is going okay now at this moment in time, guys. And this basically is not going to be a tester, but hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. So, you might have noticed I have new earphones. Yes, I do. I just see if you can show up in the camera. I got catty earphones with lovely little lights and stuff. It's got an extendable microphone here, and we're using a different soundboard now, people. This lovely little soundboard of mine I got off wish.com. Beautiful soundboard. I can update the microphone so you guys can hear me. Yep, all audio is quite good. I'm hoping to say audio is good. Fingers crossed it is. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me. There's no buzzing. I can't hear no buzzing, so it's all clear and crystal. But I can do things like this. So rather than have to faff about onto the computer, I can do things like this and lower the microphone so you guys can barely hear me. And I can boot it up higher as well. But I can also do certain things like this where I can actually change the tone of my voice, which is pretty fun.
but also very stupid.
So yeah, I can change the tone of my voice. So when little things and stuff like that. So I can also add a bit of a reverb as well. So we get this kind of little bit of a singing voice in between. But yeah, we can do that. You know, I'll add a little tiny bit of reverb so you guys can hear me. Hopefully the echo's going fine. But also, the best part about it is
I can do something like this, which is very weird, but yeah, it's like, it's weird, but it's quite fun. And then if I move it down just a tad, it kind of goes in and out a little bit. So yeah, and I figured out that if I move it down a bit, not much, just a bit, I kind of sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. See what I mean? Weird.
so yeah, I can actually change it down to how I want it to be. So and also, when I kind of get a very awkward moment, you'll hear this. Okay. So if I say something's getting awkward and you give me some awkward looks, you'll get. And of course, obviously, if I make a right move on the game, thank you, thank you very much, very much. So hopefully now we're getting 30 frames a second now, guys. But like I said, I'm just keeping it running, just so we can either get it running a little bit. Hopefully the camera's going in okay. You will have to bear with this computer though, because I'm kind of using a dual core processor, which is, to say the least, rubbish. And I'm here to tell you that. But yeah, hopefully you're liking the cat ears. They do move, so I can either have angry cat, or I can either have pointy cat, which is what most of the streamer girls that do it. They have them like sort of on and off and sort of things. So you got the drunk cat, which is pretty cool. I kind of like the drunk cat, but then obviously I'm moving back up, and then obviously you got your little peaks and your little things stuff like that. So I kind of like drunk cat, so I'll use that as drunk cat like that. That's probably the other way, I think. There you go. I kind of like drunk cat, so yeah, it's kind of cool, little drunk cat. So yeah, hopefully we are getting 30 frames a second, which is good, and hopefully we don't drop to 30 rates a second while I try and boot up my game. So yeah, so I'll lower the reverb so you guys can hear me, okay? But also I can do things like I can have auto tune. So when I'm singing, it's like auto tune, which I don't need to use, okay? Because I don't. Can I sing? The answer is yes, I can. What am I doing? Guys, I think I made a mistake there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right, okay. The game capture needs to be stuck on there, so there we go. I don't know why I did that, but I was trying to drag the screen across to one side. Right, so there we go. Let's drag it up onto there. So, are we hopefully getting a little bit of a stream rates? Oh, we dropped a few frames. Come on, go back up, go back up, go back up, go back up. Okay. I've actually set it so if I drop a few frames, guys, I'll know if I drop a few frames. And so yeah. Also, if you kind of are liking the stream and you know you do love it, please obviously just leave a like and a comment. You know, just let me know how it's going. And so what we'll do for now is I was going to play a bit of Quake, but it looks like my stream just does not want to keep up with the frame rate because it's using about 63% of my CPU. which I don't particularly like for some reason. I don't know why it's using all my CPU, but then again, obviously it's just the way it is. But yeah, so what we'll do is we'll make we'll make a different screen so you guys can see. And I like the way it says obviously game capture as well, so we'll hide that so you guys can see me. There we go. And then we'll move my webcam. So obviously what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just basically setting my webcam up and setting my stream capture up as well. You can not see it from there, and you can see it from there. So obviously, got new follower. Hey, the birdies are making a right noise. Right. Okay. So don't know what we're doing yet at the moment. So what we're going to do, if we are dropping between 30 frame rates, I think what we'll need to do is I think we'll need to either sort of just, I don't know, set it up so it's the way it is. Don't ask me how or why or what's going on. I really couldn't tell you. But at the moment it's just the way that it is. I've actually kind of lost you guys. Where am I? Where am I? I've got save changes. There we go. There we go. Right. So you guys are seeing me. What I can see on my screen is something what most people can see on their different screens. So, can we now, if we go towards our second display, can we now actually, so we get the chatbots there, we'll keep the label there as well. Basically what I'm doing at the minute, guys, is I'm just sort of tinkering with a few things, making sure everything's okay, and making sure everything's alright for you. The chat box is set. Don't worry, the webcam is also set as well. Kind of got like a weird chill. But yeah, so hopefully this is working, and I'm hoping that you guys can actually hear me very, very well. Kind of got my monitor set up as well, so I can hear myself talk. So yeah, hopefully you shouldn't now drop past. This is the last 2 minutes ago. It skipped a frame, and so what we'll do is we'll minimise that so you guys can see me, and we're going to boot up. I think it's called Quake 2. I don't know. Why am I saying I think? Dude, I'm a master of Quake 2. I love Quake 2. But obviously from there, we're going to see what's going to happen. We might drop a couple of frame rates. I'm not so sure as of yet, but we'll see what happens anyway. So stay on. Okay, let's see if we can fire this up, guys. And if we can fire it up, the stream will be ready to go. And then I can close the double end down to get it all sorted as well for you. And we're going to be playing some Quake 2. Now, going back to the days of Quake 2, I remember the first day it came out on PlayStation. My mom was playing it years ago, and I was so hooked as a kid, I instantly just thought, wow, that is an awesome game. And it turns out that the soundtrack, actually, believe it or not, actually is done by a group that is very, very, very well known. Very, very, very well known. Most people don't realise who they are and what they do. So it's a very, very, very well known group called Sonic Mayhem. Okay, and I'm a big, 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 big fan of like Sonic Mayhem. And always have been a big, big fan of them. Ever since I was a little kid. And the soundtrack is just absolutely ace on this. I really think the soundtrack is just absolutely ace. You know, so if you guys are a fan of Quake 2, by all means, you know, it's such a brilliant game. It's such a brilliant game, and if it will boot up, we'll hopefully get somewhere now. So, look again. I don't know what's happening at the minute. I've got to get to my Windows key, so I'll press my Windows key. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah. You probably ain't hearing the soundtrack as of yet, but, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, if it's loading, which it is, okay, we'll have it on video. Skiffoo, full screen now. So we're going to enter it on full screen. There we go. Right. So it's just so I can see what I'm doing, you see. To kind of get it all sorted. Hopefully you're probably hearing the audio. I'm hoping so. Alright, so right. I did say full screen no, so why is it saying video mode for? There we go, right. Now I just need to obviously go from here and capture it for you, so you guys can see in game capture. And we'll just capture that for you guys, so you guys can see. Capture the full screen application. Hopefully we're capturing something. Specific window. There we go. Right. I hopefully, guys, that you're seeing this now. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's just, I don't know why is it not capturing it. There we go. Right. Okay, so we got it back on now, guys. So I will transition that now for you, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. So this is basically what I'm doing. Is it working for me? So I can see, is it working okay? Just so I know it's working okay. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go from here. Right. Hang on then. Right. Choose stream output projector. So I'm going to try and do this right now. Just bear with me just a second. So I'm rocking away to the I'm rocking away to the soundtrack, man. The soundtrack's so awesome. Its soundtrack is just absolutely awesome, guys. I claim no copyright for the soundtrack, by the way. So if you guys are wondering what's going on, I claim no soundtrack copyrighted for it. Right. Okay. So hang on. Need to go to desktop audio here. So we need to set the desktop audio properties. The device. There you go. Now you should be able to be hearing it now, and we should be ready to go. Right. So then, guys, are you ready to get some